Power 98 WPG, Charlotte's plug for new hip-hop and R&B is No Limit Larry in the Morning Maddhouse. Hold up, wait a minute, let us put some Cam in it.
Hey, one time. Hey,
one time.
That's what we're doing?
Sorry,
Yeah,
you know,
wait.
once he started going.
Hey man, listen here, man. Don't let them folk bring you down, man. Put Cam in it.
Hey, we on the A today, Charlotte. We on the A today, Charlotte.
I know you already know what time it is.
Madhouse Nation, you hear him. He's live in the Madhouse. Y'all give it up for Cam Newton.
Cam.
Hey, Cam.
Y'all about to bring me back to College Park. I'll be having to kind of, that's Ace Boogie. That ain't
Cam.
That's Ace Boogie.
Okay.
So we all need to compartmentalize our egos. So.
Hey, you can let it out today. You with the Madhouse today. You can let it out.
Well,
We can interview
We
We can interview Ace Boogie.
I love it, man. I love it, man. Speaking of Ace Boogie, before we talk about the kicking it with Cam, man, you got the food truck still popping?
I do not.
Oh, you don't have that popping no more?
All things invested in me, energy and everything has been focused on the newly opening of my cigar lounge.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. It opened in Atlanta last week?
yes, man.
Yeah, congratulations.
It's been a blessing. It's been just the whole business model and trying to get something up and running was harder than I thought, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that we did conquer that, and now this is when the real stuff begins.
That's what's up.
Keep it hot.
That's what's up.
Are you looking to expand to maybe bring one right here to the Queen City?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We just, talked about, other things, and I wanted to make sure that I get the blueprint first, that I can make sure that the consumer is happy every single time they walk through the doors of fellowship. And as soon as I get that, Queen City, the king is coming.
You got to put a smoker's robe on when you go.
Now you gotta be groovy now. You can't just come in there with no, in my attire right now, I got some little sandals or whatever. You gotta make sure that this ain't Bankhead. You know what I'm saying?
It's more like Buckhead.
It's what Buckhead. It's what Bankhead and Buckhead meets. This ain't kind of like, this ain't the boogie down. I ain't familiar with New York, but this ain't like Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This the Harlem Renaissance.
I got you.
Okay.
Or if it was Charlotte, this ain't Beta Ford, this Valentine.
Hello.
Well, speaking of being groovy, you were at the Met Ball.
Yes.
Now, talk to me about what that whole thing looks like in getting prepped and getting your outfit together for that. You look very nice.
I feel like I'm easy.
Yeah.
But when you see the outfits that people be wearing, man, it's just a whole difference. I was like, man, I think it was Katy Perry that was in a whole
the chandelier,
and I seen her approaching, and I'm like, she not gonna make it.
And then she changed into a cheeseburger.
A cheeseburger.
Wow.
Yeah, and Lady Gaga she changed into 4 different outfits. So it's like every year somebody's always trying to one up the next person. And then like if they did that year, then they're gonna try to do something different. And me, I just try to stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? With the same, like what does Cam got on? Okay.
Do you like
at this particular point, that's just Cam. Right?
Yeah, do you like when people say that though? Like, what does Cam got on?
Man, from the way he typed to the way he talked, to the way he played, to the way he
Tight.
like everything.
Instagram is very different now.
They say something about that?
Bruh,
Yeah.
At this particular point in time, I don't care. Like, it's too many. The way he. I'm gonna do me. You see what I'm saying? And one thing that I try to, get out to people is, bro, be you, man.
Yeah.
Sis, be you. Auntie, man, y'all be you, because no matter good, bad, or indifferent, people gonna talk. So you might as well be able to be yourself throughout this whole, process, and I'm completely comfortable with that.
That's what's up. And speaking of being you, you do so much in the community, from Georgia all the way back here to Charlotte. You do so much in the community. Let me ask you this question before I ask you that though. What is the hardest part about being Cam Newton?
To be honest with you, it's dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everything else right now in my life comes natural. And I think for me, having kids it's like they have to and explaining to them who I am, or I haven't explained it to them yet. I think our oldest knows, but for the young ones, they don't know, what giving an autograph is or, taking pictures or whatever. They just know that's daddy. And when he home, it's about to be a party.
Yeah, daddy at home. Let's go.
Man,
We got him
mama,
here.
get out the way.
I saw the cutest picture of you and your baby girl, and she was sitting on your lap,
Yeah.
and it was like she was pouting,
Yeah.
and you were pouting back at her. Did she have you wrapped around her finger?
Listen, it's funny because earlier today, one of the staff members of the Panthers had informed a lot of people that he's having a baby, and his wife is pregnant, and it's a girl. And he kind of came to my locker and was like, bro, can you tell me anything? I'm like, bro, first off, girls are different.
They are. They are very
I
different.
got 3 girls.
Oh,
All the way down.
I got 2, so I know.
Lord have mercy. So it's like, I got one that's a preteen. She's 12, and that's, you can't get no worse than that. And then I got a terrible 2. So I'm kind of sandwiched right between. But Sovereign Dior, she's like, she's always around her grandmother. And her grandmother pampers her. And when I come home, I'm like the disciplinarian. But if we be good, we're gonna get rewarded. A parent, and she's always like, Day. Kane. Well, you want some candy, Cuda? Yeah. And then when she see it and she don't get it, she try to put the face on. And then that was me kind of like giving it back to her. Like, girl, I know what you doing.
But you still gave her the candy, though, right?
Of course I did. Now, if it was chosen or commodity, what I'm saying? It's like, bro, boy, sit down, all the way down. Ain't nobody got no time to be playing with you. You out of the head. Matter of fact, it's 8 o'clock. You ain't even supposed to be having no candy anyway. Sit down there. Sit down somewhere. Matter of fact, cut the TV off. You're making me mad. Wrong damn.
Girls make you act completely
I'm
different.
trying to tell you, man. It's like it's as simple as you were in the store and 2 kids fall. Your son and your daughter. Your son, you know what I'm saying? You gonna say, boy, get up. Come on, let's go. Wipe it off. Let me see. You bleeding? Yeah. All right, come on. Then your girl, she skin up and she just stopped, have a whole meltdown, and it's like, oh,
My baby.
I'm sorry, baby. Kiss you,
That's exactly how it is.
On behalf of young daughters everywhere, we thank you for that.
Pick me up now. It's like, found yourself 10 minutes when you could have been in that, checked out and everything, that's halfway home. But I wouldn't change it for the world, though, man.
That's
It's
what's
made
up,
me.
man.
My kids have more power over me than any other thing on this earth outside of, my religious beliefs and things like that. So, yeah.
We read a report that you want 11 children. Is that
do.
true?
I do.
Really?
11.
I do.
Okay.
Man, I just know me, man, and a lot of people laugh. Well, they were laughing, but I'm not. That's just a fantasy of mine. I said it for so long that it's just like, okay, cool, boom. If I get it, cool. If I don't, it's still cool. But
Why that number? Is that number
Man, I've
specific
said
to
it
something?
since I was in middle school.
Okay.
To be honest with you, man, everybody like, man, how many kids you want? Man, I want 11. And the number always came to me because of it's 11 people on the football field.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That makes sense.
And my grandmother, she's one of 13.
Wow.
So I grew up in a big family, and I know, especially living the life that I've lived, throughout it all, up, downs, you know what I'm saying, the people who've been true to me by default, whether they want to or whether not, is my family. And before, my kids kind of go to an outsource to find guidance, obviously they need to kind of build a rapport from the people that's in their own household. And I think that's extremely big. So anybody touch Cuda or Sovereign Dior in school, you're gonna have to be aware, because it's like, bruh, them new boys about to come. You tripping.
We pulling up.
She's sandwiched. She got an older brother and a younger brother. So it's like, what you want to do?
Do you want to know what this one is going to be?
We don't know yet.
What do you want?
Man, I hope Sovereign is my last daughter.
Really? Wow. No more girls?
No more.
So you know that means you're going to have a girl, right?
No more. No, don't put that pressure on me, auntie. Don't do it.
You're going to have a girl.
But it's like, man, but I ain't, and I think Shakira, and shout out to anybody who takes responsibility for the child that's not biologically theirs. It's something that you've never.
You better preach.
It's the biggest reward in life, I believe, because if you can get them to trust you, then your responsibility is even enhanced the more. But for me, I didn't grow up with no females in my house. The only female in my household was my grandmother and my mother. I grew up with my dad, obviously, a 3-parent household. My grandparent, my grandmother, my mom, and my dad, and then I had 2 other brothers. And I had cousins that was all boys. And then we had one cousin on my dad's side, and her name was Queen. So it was a musty palate, a lot of funky feet, musty. I mean, coming in from playing basketball, working all day. You know what I'm saying? It was that's what was expected. Now, growing up or being in adulthood and having daughters in my life, it's like it's a process that I didn't grow up knowing about. You know what I'm saying? And it makes you a better person. And for me, I didn't have no manual for that. I can't even ask my mama, like, Mom, what to do with Shakira? Now she got this little funny ache in her stomach. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, she don't even know either. She ain't raised no girls.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
I know my older brother act like a girl sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Well, now we can go
Hey, man, like I was saying, man, you do a lot in the community. You're Kicking It with Cam is coming back this Friday. It's going to be real big. We got a new location this year.
New location, and I think this is going to be, well, I know this is going to be the biggest year yet, being that we at the bank. They call it Paul, the bank.
The bank.
We at the bank with it, and we open up at 4 p.m. Go online right now and get your tickets for $5. I know we all trying to be efficient and smart with our money, so go on and get $5. Don't pull up on, Bank of America Stadium on Friday after 4 saying that, man, I thought it was $5. Now why it's $8? See, if you're going to take good care of your money, go on online and purchase your tickets there.
Now, last year I hosted, and I'm hosting again this year. It was a lot of teams last year. Are we expecting the same amount?
Absolutely.
Oh, Lord.
Absolutely.
I want to play one year. Can I host and play at the same time?
Man, you could be a player coach.
Okay, player coach.
I don't think your stomach gonna allow you to do that.
It will
that,
today.
Wow.
You gotta get a shake to do the player and the coach.
Yeah.
Working out, but as a culture, working out is one thing. What about eating right?
No, I'm eating right. I'm eating right.
Yeah.
You better not sit up here and lie to Cam doing
Just
like
what I ate
that.
before I
Cam
come to
like
bed.
that?
I ate a grilled chicken Caesar salad with no dressing. Come on, Lord.
But what do you eat every morning when you go to that vending machine?
I had oatmeal this morning.
You a lie?
Ain't no damn oatmeal in the
It's
vending
at my house.
machine.
Maple brown sugar. I put sugar in it.
Yeah. Okay.
I had a Reese's and like some Cheetos.
Exactly.
But I drank it down with a Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gatorade got a lot of sugar in it too.
Yeah. And you ate them chips. What about the chips you ate?
I had chips too.
Yeah.
It'd be too early in the morning. I was hungry.
Well, let me ask you a question, Cam.
Okay.
I think it was about 2 years ago. You told me that the best shoes to play in the kickball game were boots, combat boots, right? But I just read the rules and it said tennis shoes. Can I wear my combat boots?
Listen here.
I can't wear my combat boots.
Finish the slogan if you know it. If you ain't cheating, you ain't
Try.
Listen, I just need to hear it from you so that when I walk in with my combat boots, I'm gonna be like,
you're not getting.
come on, Cam.
See, look, I'm gonna also give you another thing that you're very familiar with. Everywhere we go, especially when we try to look good, we bring a 2-piece.
Extra.
You gotta bring your extra shoes. You go to the club, you wear your heels, but followed by the club, you gotta put on your slides.
Yeah.
Girl, let's go to Waffle House or Uptown. Well, I'm about to say the wrong thing.
Midnight Diner. Say Midnight Diner. There you go. I got you.
Lord have mercy.
We ain't going there. We got you.
Devil is alive.
I'm out from the dirt. We playing kickball with no shoes.
I'll wear my tennis
All
shoes.
toe knuckles.
I'll wear my tennis shoes.
Yeah. So go on and be equipped with many different things.
So Friday at 4:00, we're gonna be at Bank of America Stadium. Why the change in venue this year?
Well, number one, every year we want to expand and try to make sure that we're doing a due diligence for the people who come out and see it each and every year. That's not being saw as the same thing.
Right.
We got different talent coming this year. And with my birthday on the 11th, I thought it was a great way to bring my birthday in.
Oh, that's dope.
It's one of my favorite events with our foundation. So it's like, man, let's do it like that. And obviously, this was the only date that they was willing to give us.
Who are some of your celebrity friends that are coming along this year?
So we got, obviously with, the Carolina Panthers, they will be in attendance. The new rookies, we got Josh Norman, as usual. He ain't no celebrity no more. He just, he is local. We got Evander Holyfield.
Oh, that's dope.
Miss USA.
Oh, that's dope too.
Yeah, we got Jess Hilarious. Jess Hilarious.
Stepping through. Yep.
Her news is real. And the list goes on, man. I got it right there, but I can't read upside down. But man, come on out and show support, and you will not be disappointed.
What keeps you giving back to the community, man? Because you do it so much. I mean, through your foundation, with over $4.4 million given, you helped over close to 13,000 athletes. So what keeps you giving back?
Man, to be honest with you, and we all need added incentives. I think right now, and I think recently, rest his soul, with Nipsey, passing away, I think a lot of people kind of did a self-evaluation. It's like, bro, how have you impacted your community? Because he's been empowering so many different people, whether physically or emotionally or spiritually, when you listen to his music, and it's like, it ain't just the same about money, cars, clothes. He's talking about wealth and how to sustain it. So, through that lens, man, it's kind of revitalized my worth of impact to say, man, this is what I want to do, and I want to make sure that when I can no longer play football, people at least know that Cam Newton had an impact in Charlotte outside of football.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And what are some of the other activities that the foundation, your foundation, they do throughout the year?
So we have, and I just mentioned it earlier, we have a United is One, where we kind of hit social issues at its core with youth. So it's about 5th, 6th, 7th graders. You're at like a 13, 14-year-old age, and you're being questioned about race, about classism, about social issues that really impact, because I believe we all hit everything that we know is learned. Whether learn in a controlled environment or learn in an environment that you're naturally around, from your friends to your family and everything else, and that's also racism as well. So it's not necessarily all built about racism, but it's just about social issues that we deem that we need to have people be comfortable with talking about. Right. Because I think the issue in our day and time is not because people don't like each other, it's about people not knowing about each other. And even if you don't agree with something, I could be able to say, you know what, man, folks at Maddhouse, they don't want to show no love to Cam. It's more or less in saying, well, this how they believe. I don't agree with it, but at least I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And if we had that premise in life, I think it'd be a lot more people alive, and I think we'll have a lot less, violence that's going on. So that's United is One. Obviously, we have the Kickin It with Cam event. We have, I have a 707 All-Star team where we've impacted so many different players around, in the Atlanta and Charlotte region, that we take them to college visits. And, what's so funny and dope about this whole situation is we just drafted, or it's now 2 additions on our team that was actually on my team.
Oh, that's dope.
Wow.
That's
crazy. So Elijah Holyfield, he was picked up as a free agent out of University of Georgia, a running back that I feel like he can help us. And Terry Godwin, the 6th-round pick. So, that just gives you, that just kind of like revitalize like why you do certain things. And been doing it for 8 years now, 9 years, and trying to find ways that we can keep constantly applying, positive influence in the community. We have Thanksgiving jams that we feed, a lot of people in Charlotte region. Christmas with Cam, where we partner with Atrium Health to, give Christmas gifts and obviously experience a Carolina Panthers game during the Christmas time, and the Santa Cam sleigh ride. So it's a lot of things that we have going on that's kind of like the big sponsored events, and also we still do the after-school programs in Atlanta, Georgia, where, it's kind of based at my father's church, and that's upwards of about 50 to 60 kids that show up every Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, man, it's not a time that goes by where, for me, I feel like I don't need to do something. And when I have a lot of different outlets that I can impact a lot of kids.
That's what's up, man. We here in Charlotte, we've seen you do a lot. And a lot of people don't say thank you. We just want to say thank you on behalf of the city and behalf of our radio station. We just appreciate what you're doing.
That's what's up, man.
Appreciate that.
I just, Charlotte is me. You know what I mean? And I've been here long enough where it's now, it's all about legacy right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I came to Charlotte, what I said, like 9 years ago, almost a decade. And man, it's been a blessing for me. I ain't know I was gonna be here this long. And you kind of get a vibe of you don't know what to expect, uncertainty. But Charlotte's the longest tenured place that I've ever played football.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because I had a lot of success different places, but I was only there for a year. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have that. I wasn't able to sprout my roots. And I was there, and I'm like, okay, I won a Heisman. Okay, I won a national championship. Okay, I did this in junior college. Okay, I did that, wherever. But I wasn't there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So people kind of see me in a flash. Now Charlotte is like, okay, that's Cam. Oh, that's Cam, for real.
Yeah.
What are you doing going down to the grocery store and getting some doggone food? You don't got nobody to pay. Like, yeah, but I want people to see me. Like, I don't want to be one of those folks that, that just show up on TV. You know what I mean? I'll be finding myself having real conversations with homeless people around Charlotte. Yeah. And they know that. And I'm not saying this to be like, man, I'm really out here. I do it because, like, I'm really enjoying this conversation, because I was, my schedule today started, at 4:30 a.m., you know what I'm saying, to catch a flight. So, for me to be able to debrief, so to speak, and kind of talk and empower other people and bring them in my life, for a short period of time, that's therapeutic for me. And it can happen in a radio station. It can happen, walking home or driving home on my little electric bike, or in a grocery store, where everything else, or getting my nails and feet done. You know what I'm saying? So, it don't matter.
But just know, here at the Madhouse, the door is always open.
Yeah.
Anytime you want to come sit down and,
yes, sir.
and kick it with us, we want you to come sit down and kick
Come on,
with us.
And we definitely got to ask you, because he stops by and checks in with his house pops.
Man, he good. You gonna see him Friday.
That's what's up. I ain't seen Pops in a minute.
We gotta make a jingle for Kicking It with Cam. We gotta make a jingle.
Matt, we're gonna do your jingle.
We gonna make you a song.
We'll have it before Friday. We'll have
we're gonna have a jingle.
We'll make a song for
sing it
Kicking
when we
It
come
with
out
Cam.
there on the field.
Well, can I give a couple bars for my song?
We kicking it with Cam, man. What we doing? This Friday. What we doing? 4 p.m. tonight. Bank of America. We in there. We kicking it with Cam. We kicking it with Cam.
Oh, man. Look. But the only reason why you ain't seen Pop, if it was an issue, then you will see him. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we ain't seen him, that's a good thing. And my Pop, man, is what you really call a do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah.
He is the family's fix-it, a handyman. He's the bishop of our church. You know what I'm saying? He is my manager, my agent sometimes.
That's what's up.
My publicist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The president of the foundation. What else? Lord have mercy. It's just so many different car salesman, everything.
We love Pop.
Man.
Yeah, man.
Lord have mercy. But yeah.
And there it is, man. No Little Larry in the Morning Madhouse, kicking it with Cam. Like I said, this Friday going down, Bank of America Stadium. Log on. Where you log on to get your tickets at? Cam1Newton.com, and you'll have all the information that you need right there.
Cam, real quick before you go, how many of them hats do you have?
These?
Like that style hat. How many?
A fedora? Mm-hmm. I got a couple of them.
A couple of them? Like, what's a couple?
Undone.
Well, I give a lot of them away.
That's what's up.
Or a lot of them are stole. My family members.
Your family members?
So they always do the swipe test. So they go to my hats and they do like this, and they can see some dust.
It's gone. It's gone.
And a lot of them, man, I've been growing my hair, so I can't even fit them even if I want to.
Yeah.
But I probably got uppers about 80 hats.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And I have a hat shop, so that's why it's easy for me. I don't be trying to be telling people.
Is it here in Charlotte?
No, it's not. It's based out of LA.
Okay.
But my hatter, all I gotta do is have a thought, and he brings my
The Mad Hatter.
No, Bird.
Charlotte's #1 for players that do hip hop and R&B. Don't even Larry the Morning Maddhouse. We kicking it with Cam,
I
man.
got your Reese's flavor.
Yeah,
I got your Reese's.
They come with thought, and then they go to
It's power night.
That wasn't good at all, Bert.
That was terrible, Bert. You gonna get us kicked out of the interview room.
Stop.
You gonna get us. You know what? We done. You know we done.
Yeah.
Power night.
He signed us off.
We the